It should be coming on now. Evening all. Hope we are all can hear me loud and clear. Trust just checking, make sure the stream's okay, and yeah, we can hear the sound. That's good. So we can turn our television down. Hi, yeah. Hi, Andy. Yeah, I spoke to James as well, and he was saying obviously not before the 17th of May, but I don't think there was anything clear about whether he's going to open on the 17th of May or not. But there we go. As usual, to give you a little reminder of what some of us are missing or not missing, as the case may be. Okay, I think everybody's in. So without much further ado, we might as well get going. No point in me bantering on about nothing as usual. Sure, you get fed up with listening to me, even if it is only for about an hour every week. And right on cue, black and white furry things come in. who's intent on trying to jump on a computer. I'm going to have to teach him to use the keys. Then saves me doing it. Right, okay, let's get going then. Question number one, round number one, nice and easy start. In which city was the artist Banksy born? In which city was the artist Banksy born? Question number two. What is the English translation for the Latin name for the constellation Ursa Major? So what's the English translation for the name of the constellation Ursa Major? This is typical me writing down questions of people's names I can't read. So question number three. Sanjeev Bhaskar, Meera Syal, Kulvinder Gia, I think it is, and Nina Wadia starred in which comedy sketch show which ran from the late 90s to the early 2000s? So Sanjeev Bhaskar, Meera Syal, Kulvinder Gia, and Nina Wadia starred in which comedy sketch show from the late 90s into the early 2000s? Question number four. Sir Charles Barry was a British architect most famous for designing which London landmark building? Was it the Houses of Parliament or Buckingham Palace? So question four, Sir Charles Barry was a British architect most famous for designing which London landmark building? Houses of Parliament or Buckingham Palace? Wait. Cheers, Andy. We're still going. Question five, another one with a choice for you. Question five, the shopping centres of Coppergate and Swinegate are found in which English city? York, Bath or Chester? So question five, the shopping centres of Coppergate and Swinegate are found in which English city? Is it York, Bath or Chester? Question number six. What is the first field event in the decathlon? Question number six. What is the first field event in the decathlon? Question number 7. Old Man River is a song composed in 1927 for which musical? Old Man River is a song composed in 1927 for which musical? Question number 8. Which American politician became known as Tricky Dicky? Which American politician became known as Tricky Dicky? Question 9 is one that's going to take you back to school. What is the least number of degrees that a reflex angle must have? Question number 9. What is the least number of degrees that a reflex angle must have? For those of you who went to school, I think I was in that day because I remembered the answer. And finally, question 10 in the first round. Anytime, any place, anywhere was an advertising slogan for which drink? So, anytime, any place, anywhere was an advertising slogan for which drink? Bing bang. So there we go. Recap time on round 1. So question 1, in which city was the artist Banksy born? Question 2, what is the English translation Latin name for the constellation Ursa Major? What do we know it as? Sanjeev Bhaskar, Mirasial, Kulvinder Gill and Nina Wadia starred in which comedy sketch show from the late 90s and into the early 2000s? 4. Sir Charles Barry was a British architect, most famous designing which landmark London building? Houses of Parliament or Buckingham Palace? 5. The shopping centres of Coppergate and Swinegate are found in which English city? Is it York, Bath or Chester? 6. What is the first field event in the decathlon? 7. Old Man River is a song composed in 1927 for which musical? 8. Which American politician became known as Tricky Dicky? 9. What is the least number of degrees that a reflex angle must have? And 10. Anytime, any place, anywhere was an advertising slogan for which drink? Or is an advertising slogan for which drink, I guess. People still remember it. I'll give you a minute or so. Normal procedure tonight, and is poised with pen and paper to take in your scores as usual. Once I've given you the answers, I'm sure we're in for another rip-roaring high-scoring night. Well, doesn't really matter, does it? As usual, the prize is nothing. Right, let's have some answers to round 1 then. So, question 1, in which city was the artist Banksy born? It was Bristol. The Ursa Major is better known as the Great Bear. Sanjeev Bhaskar, Mirasial, etc., were all in Goodness Gracious Me. For those of you who might remember it. Sir Charles Barry was the architect most famous for designing the Houses of Parliament. The shopping centres of Coppergate and Swinegate are found in York. The first field event in the decathlon is the long jump. Old Man River was composed in 27 for Showboat. The American politician become known as Tricky Dicky was Richard Nixon. There are 181 degrees in a reflex angle. Obviously, first degree, it must bend back on itself after a straight line. And finally, anytime, any place, anywhere is an advertising slogan for which drink? That's martini. So as I can see, and into action. So scores are coming through. If anybody's having any trouble with anything, let me know. I can't do anything about it, but you can let me know. All right. Just put me back somewhere. Let's go on to the bar. It's going to be a hive of activity soon. Look at all those drinks at the back, eh? All those whiskies need to be drunk. One day. Cheers, everybody. Okay, all scores pinging through. We will move on to round number 2. Nice, easy music questions start for you. Question number 1, round 2. Which hotel was visited by the Eagles in 1977? So, which hotel was visited by the Eagles in 1977? The name of the song is the good one. Question number 2. Where were the first ever Winter Olympics held? Were they held in France or were they held in Switzerland? So question number 2. Where were the first ever Winter Olympics held? France or Switzerland? 50-50 chance. Question number 3. How many years of marriage are celebrated right, start again. How many years of marriage are celebrated by an emerald anniversary? So how many years of marriage are celebrated by an emerald anniversary? I know I can't say it. I could probably say it 10 times and it still wouldn't be right. So an emerald anniversary, how many years of marriage? That's the easy way of saying it. Question number 4. All you literary buffs. An installment of which character's life was entitled The Cappuccino Years? An installment of which character's life was entitled The Cappuccino Years? Question number 5. If people can think back to when they used to go shopping, well, to some shops anyway. Anyway, question 5. What colour are Harrods shopping bags? The plastic bags they give out. So what colour are Harrods shopping bags? They've had a standard colour for years, with the writing of Harrods all over them. As I say, it's such a long time since anyone's been shopping. I don't suppose anyone remembers what they like anyway. I'm not sure I'll phrase some of these questions right, but here we go. Question 6. What is the circulating Atlantic Ocean current which warms Western Europe? What's it called? What is the circulating Atlantic Ocean current which warms Western Europe? So it comes up and warms our coast. What do we know it as? Question number 7. VT, so Victor Tango, is the zip code of which American state? VT, Victor Tango, is a zip code of which American state? Question number 8. In which city would you find Aston University? Question number 8. In which city would you find Aston University? Question number 9. What is dyspepsia more commonly known as? So question 9, what is dyspepsia? What's it more commonly known as? I'm sure people suffer from it. And finally, question 10. Which pop duo featured in all 3 of Tottenham Hotspur's UK top 10 hits? Which pop duo featured in all 3 of Tottenham Hotspur's UK top 10 hits? So here we go, recap time. Which hotel was visited by the Eagles in 1977? That's the name of the song. 2. Where were the first ever Winter Olympics held? France or Switzerland? 3. If you had an emerald anniversary, how many years would you be celebrating a marriage? Question 4. Installment of which character's life is entitled The Cappuccino Years? 5. What colour are Harrods shopping bags? 6. What is the circulating Atlantic Ocean current which forms Western Europe known as? 7. A VT is a zip code of which American state? 8. In which city would you find Aston University? 9. What is dyspepsia? What's it more commonly known as? And 10. Which pop duo featured in all 3 of Tottenham Hotspur's UK top 10 hits? Okay, I suppose we can do some answers. BBD. Put that up. I mean, it doesn't all go blank all at once. Bing. So, question 1 answer. Which hotel was visited by the Eagles in 1977? That was California. Question 2. The first ever Winter Olympics were held in France, over in Chamonix. So France was the answer. 55 years of marriage for an emerald anniversary. Question 4. It was Adrian Mole whose life had part of his life was the cappuccino years. Harrods shopping bags are green. I mean, they got that gold writing across them, for those of you who can remember. It's the Gulf Stream that warms our waters, that circulates up from the Atlantic Ocean. VT is the zip code of Vermont. You would find Aston University in Birmingham. Dyspepsia is better known, more common name of indigestion. If you've got anything more medical than that, then put it's indigestion at the end of it. And finally, it was Jazz and Dave, who the pop duo that featured on 3 Tottenham Hotspur UK top 10 hits. Aussie and whatever it was. So end of round 2. Bing. Get me back for a while. Answers pinging through, so I assume you're all okay with those. There's no laughs coming from the other side, so no comments about my...
Only Jill being thrown out of Harrods.
Only Jill being thrown out of Harrods. How can anyone get thrown out of Harrods? I'm sure there's a story behind it, Jill, which you will tell us one day if it's not too long to put on the feed, because you only get a few characters. Can't put too many down. What did you steal then? Or can't you tell us? Have you still got it? Right. Today we have pictures. There are 12 pictures of people for the picture round. There's 2 points. There is a connection between them via their names. So even if you don't get all the pictures, you could still get an extra 2 points for getting the connection. So I will put those up in the screen in a minute. So as usual, the picture's not numbered, but we'll go across 1, 2, 3, 4 across the page. So 12 names. Answer the ones that you can, and if you get the link, there's 2 points extra. And I'm sure you'll all get the link in if you don't get all the pictures. It is fairly straightforward. So let's take me off the screen. There we go. So there's the 12 pictures. Some of them you'll know, some of them you won't, but there is a connection in terms of their names. And I want the actor, actress, singer, or group, whatever it is, dancer. But once you get 4 or 5 of them, I'm sure you'll get the connection. In that case, I will shut up for 5 minutes or so. And I will be back in, yeah, we'll give you probably 5 to 10 minutes on these. I know you're all very quick at doing them. Probably some people have got the connection after about the first 3, but on we go. Was that last year, Jill, when you was wearing your school uniform and you got thrown out then? I'm not surprised. Yeah. This one, yeah, I just thought all the pictures have been so easy lately. I thought I'd give you a tough one for a change. So, but hopefully, if you got the thing, because some of them in there are quite, I think they're quite obvious as to who they are. There are some older pictures, obviously, who people don't know. And as I say, I've just bunged a clue through for number 6, and I put down, just for all of you who didn't read the feed, but I put down she had a famous dance partner. So that's 8, I believe, had several hit songs. 12, how many famous ballerinas do you know? So there's a few hints for you if you are struggling. I'll give you another 2 minutes and then we'll move on. Otherwise, as Mick said, I could give him another 2 weeks if he wants. Don't forget to have a guess at the link. It's just fairly straightforward, fundamental one. Nothing difficult about it. It is all connected to their names.
Linda's finished.
Linda's finished, yeah, see. I'm sure people have started to finish now because they'll lose the will to live. All right, 1 more minute and then I'm going to give you the answers.
Like it or not.
Yeah. As Dan said, like it or not, you're going to get the answers. Just write all the answers in and then say you got 12 and the bonus. I know it's a quiz. When the yardarm ticks over, I'm going to go bing. Oh dear. All right then, peeps. You ready for some answers? I'll leave the pictures up on the screen and I'll go through them and then I'll put the answers up on the screen afterwards just so that you can just check. So number 1 is Condoleezza Rice. Number 2 is Kevin Bacon. 3 is Alec Guinness. 4 is Chuck Berry. 5 is John Candy. 6 is Ginger Rogers. 7 is Sugar Ray Leonard. 8 is Rosemary Clooney. 9 is Sherry Hewson. 10 is Sean Bean. 11 is Bucks Fizz. And 12 is Anna Pavlova. So the link is obviously just food and drink. Something like that, food, drink, booze, whatever you want to put. But obviously, as I say, and I will put the answers on the screen for you now. There we go. So Condoleezza Rice, Kevin Bacon, Alec Guinness, Chuck Berry, John Candy, Ginger Rogers, Sugar Ray Leonard, Rosemary Clooney, Sherry Hewson, Sean Bean, Bucks Fizz, and Anna Pavlova. I guess most of you didn't enjoy that, but there you go. Ping the scores through. And 2 points, so you got 12 points for pictures.
How many was there?
12. So it's 12 points for the pictures plus an extra 2 for the bonus. So you can have 14 points in this round as a maximum.
Oh, I see, right.
So if anybody's got 14 points, yeah. So the link was food and drink, or food, drink, booze, something like that. So even if you only got 4 or 5, hopefully you might have got a connection. Bing. And says they've not got bad answers. So there you go. Yeah. Some people will do better than others on picture rounds, as we know. But generally, you can get 7 or 8 on those. Not too bad. A couple of points for a bonus. Rightio. Let's take those off. Bring me up. Where should we go? Let's go to Mousehole down in. Hopefully soon we'll be in places like this. It'd be quite nice. Nice sunny day, basking on the coast. Anyway, let's get on with the quiz. Round number 4. Question number 1. According to a popular myth, eating which vegetables is said to help you see in the dark? So question 1. According to a popular myth, eating which vegetables is said to help you see in the dark? Question number 2. Which English author was known for the works Our Man in Havana, The Quiet American and Brighton Rock? So question 2. Which English author was known for the works Our Man in Havana, The Quiet American and Brighton Rock? Question number 3. Which American actress a singer who died in 1962, famously said, "If I'm genuinely anything, I guess I'm genuinely miserable"? So which American actress and singer, it says and singer, but mainly an actress, who died in 1962, famously said, "If I'm genuinely anything, I guess I'm genuinely miserable"? Question number 4. Which Beatles song includes the line, "When I was younger, so much younger than today"? So question 4. Which Beatles song includes the line, "When I was younger, so much younger than today"? So all together now, we can all sing it. Well, you can. Question number 5. According to the British idiom, if you take credit for someone's work or take limelight where it's not deserved, you are said to be stealing their what? According to the British idiom, if you take credit for someone's work or take limelight where it's not deserved, you are said to be stealing their what? Question 6. Eric Yuan, that's Y-U-A-N, is CEO of which video communication technology company which shot to prominence in 2020? So Eric Yuan is CEO of which video communication technology company which shot to prominence in 2020? There's only a couple to choose from, as far as I know. Question number 7. Robusta and Liberica are types of which bean? B-E-A-N, that is. Robusta and Liberica are types of which bean? B-E-A-N. Question 8. Rower Sir Steve Redgrave won gold medals at how many consecutive Olympic Games? 3, 4 or 5? So rower Sir Steve Redgrave won gold medals at how many consecutive Olympic Games? 3, 4 or 5? Question number 9. Who played children's author Beatrix Potter in the 2006 biopic Miss Potter and won a Best Actress award Oscar for her role in Judy? So, who played children's author Beatrix Potter in the 2006 biopic Miss Potter and also won a Best Actress Oscar for her role in Judy? Who was it? Finally, question 10 in this round. New Mexico is situated in the southwestern region of the USA. What is the name of its capital city, which, when translated into English, would be Holy Faith? New Mexico is situated in the southwestern region of USA. What is the name of its capital city, which translated to English would be Holy Faith? But you might just know the capital city because it comes up in a lot of quizzes in New Mexico for other reasons. Right, here we go then. Round 3. Questions. Sorry, this one's setting a bit more on the screen there, a bit longer. So, question 1, according to a popular myth, eating which vegetables is easy to help you see in the dark? Which English author was known for the works Our Man in Havana, The Quiet American and Brighton Rock? Which American actress, that says born, I was going to put a year in there, but it's just said a singer who died in 1962 famously said, "If I'm genuinely anything, I guess I'm genuinely miserable." Question 4, which Beatles song includes the line, "When I was younger, so much younger than today"? Question 5, according to the British idiom, if you take credit for someone's work or take limelight where it's not deserved, you're said to be stealing their what? Eric Ewan is the CEO of Video Communication Technology, which shot to prominence in 2020. Robusta and Liberica are types of which bean? Rower Sir Steve Redgrave won gold medals at how many consecutive Olympic Games? 3, 4 or 5? Who played children's author Beatrix Potter in 2006 biopic Miss Potter and won an Oscar for her role in Judy? And New Mexico, what is the name of its capital city, who, when translated into English, would be Holy Faith? I'll give you a few seconds on those. Okay. Let's go for some answers. Here we go then. Wrong one. Don't look at those. Try that one. Here we go then. According to popular myth, eating vegetables said to you, see in the dark, there's carrots. The English author who wrote those books was Graham Greene. It was Marilyn Monroe who said, if I'm genuinely anything, I guess I'm genuinely miserable. The Beatles line, when I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. So help. If you take credit for someone else's work, you're said to be stealing their thunder. Eric Ewan, the CEO of Zoom, which obviously became massive during 2020, during our lockdown. Robusta and Liberica are coffee beans. Sir Steve Redgrave won 5 consecutive gold medals. It was Renée Zellweger who played the role of Miss Potter and also won an Oscar for Judy. And the capital city of New Mexico is Santa Fe. Normally you get asked Christmas, what link is the New Mexico capital of Christmas? And of course, Santa Fe. So just something slightly different. So maybe that was a bit of a tougher round. I don't know. It's no more than you deserve, you lot. You need to get those brains active on a Tuesday night at nearly 9 o'clock. Having had a hard day in lockdown. Or Dave's been having a hard day at the office. I did call round to see you on Friday, Dave, because we were round that way when you were in the office, but spoke to your two compatriots who gleefully said that you were going to have some sort of jab. Not sure what it was. Perhaps somebody's going to hit you. Anyway, let's put me back. Here I am in the corner. What should you have as the last picture tonight? No. Yeah. Right, let's take the last one from the Minack Theatre. I'm sure a lot of you may have been down there. Absolutely stunning place. So, okay, let's move on to the last round tonight. Question number 1. Seems to be a bit foodies in there tonight, but anyway. Which cut... No, sorry. I have a cat trying to infiltrate, as you can see. This is not mine. Right, let's start again. Question number 1. Which cut of beef is found between the rump and the forerib? Which cut of beef is found between the rump and the forerib? Danger averted, he's gone. Question number 2. The WWF was first set up in 1961. What did the initials stand for? And I'm not talking about wrestling. The WWF was first set up in 1961. What did the initials stand for? So whiskey, whiskey, foxtrot. Without giving any of the answer away. Question number 3. In which city was Terry Waite kidnapped in 1987? Now that one hasn't come up for a while. Question 3. In which city was Terry Waite kidnapped in 1987? Amazingly 34 years ago. Question number 4. If contralto is the lowest female voice, what is the highest? If contralto is the lowest female voice, singing voice, what is the highest? Question number 5. Which famous artist committed suicide on the 29th of July, 1890? Which famous artist committed suicide on the 29th of July, 1890? Question number 6. Opened in 1996. Which bridge with a length of 3.19 miles makes it the longest in the UK? Opened in 1996. Which bridge with a length of 3.19 miles makes it the longest in the UK? Question number 7. Mount Everest stands on the border of which 2 countries? I'll give you half a point for each. So Mount Everest stands on the border of which two countries? And I'll give you half a point for each. Question number 8. What Middle English word for a belt or sash gave its name to a character in the TV series Blackadder? So, what Middle English word for a belt or sash gave its name to a character in the TV series Blackadder? That's question 8. Question number 9. What year in the 70s did Margaret Thatcher become leader of the Conservative Party? What year in the 70s did Margaret Thatcher become leader of the Conservative Party? And your last question tonight, 50-50. Squash originated at which English public school? Was it Eton or Harrow? Squash originated at which English public school? Was it Eton or Harrow? That's question 10. That's your last one tonight. So, I'll give you a quick recap on those. Get rid of the Minack Theatre. Here we go. So, which cut of beef is found between the rump and the forerib? WWF was first set up in 1961. What did the initials stand for? In which city was Terry Waite kidnapped in 1987? If contralto is the lowest female voice, what is the highest? 5. Which famous artist committed suicide on the 29th of July 1890? 6. Opened in 1996, what bridge with a length of 3.19 miles makes it the longest in the UK? 7. Mount Everest stands on the border of which two countries? And I said half a point for each. 8. What Middle English word for a belt or sash gave its name to a character in the TV series Blackadder? 9. What year in the 1970s did Margaret Thatcher become leader of the Conservative Party? And finally, squash originated at which English public school? Was it Eton or Harrow? Harrow, people? Harrow, Harrow. Okay, it's final answer time. Here we go. So, answers to round 4. So, the cut of beef between the rump and the forerib is the sirloin. It's the World Wildlife Fund that started up in 1961. Terry Waite was kidnapped in Beirut in 1987. The highest female voice is the soprano. It was Vincent van Gogh, or Vincent van Gogh, because I can't even spell it by look of it, who committed suicide in 1890. It's the second Severn Crossing is the longest bridge in the UK at 3.19 miles. Mount Everest stands on the between Nepal and Tibet, so half a point for Nepal, half a point for Tibet, or a full point for both. The Middle English word for a belt or sash is a baldric, so that's the character in Blackadder. Maggie Thatcher became leader of the Conservative Party in 1975, and squash originated at Harrow. So that's your lot for tonight. Again, we are looking at another few weeks yet. So as long as you want to join me, I'm quite happy to do them. Although I must admit, it seems to get tougher each week. But let's do this. Sorry if I play your screens a bit. So there we go. There's me back on in full view. for you. While the scores ping through, Anne's doing a sterling job as ever. Thank you very much once again for attending. Thanks for all the bits of banter. Jill, I hope the police don't come round and lock you up now for whatever you took from Harrods or whatever you didn't take from Harrods in your school uniform. But yeah, Dave, I hope you're not too sore after your jab. Coming up for seconds for a lot of people, I suppose. Don't know if anybody's had a notification yet or have had their second jab. We're definitely looking forward to ours, and maybe looking forward to having a pint in a pub sometime. All tables are bookable in the local area, I think, but I guess there might be the odd space for people in the garden. Said unfortunately, though, the Hare and Hounds won't be opening. They don't think it's worth their while. So, hey-ho, that's the way it goes. So have a look, see what's been happening over here. If I've still got a screen, yeah. No effect whatsoever. Yeah, that's the way it is. Yeah, it's it's nice to see you back, Steve and Viv. So hopefully you still got your babysitting duties every now and again. Ah, well done, Andy. Had your second jab, so that's all right. Jill just send about. Yeah, that's right, Bernie. You tell her. That's all right, no problem. Yeah, that's all right, Scott. Just I don't have any effect either because I think mine's just intravenous whiskey drip, so I don't think it has any effect apart from when we're drinking Carlin. So not long before the scores are in, Anne's doing a last little bit of putting people in order. That's all right. I trust we're coming up to Easter, so I think the Tuesday after Easter we'll still be okay, and then we'll see after that what happens. So that's the plan at the moment. Another 2 or 3 weeks. But yeah, 29th, and we can all go out again. So we can move out of the local area if you haven't already. But all of those planning your holidays abroad this year, I'd hold it. Yeah, I think ours is about mid-April. We had ours at the beginning of Feb, so yeah. Yeah. I can't imagine you nicking anything, Jill. Honest Jill is the name. So how's yeah, so I don't know what's planned if he does open on the 17th of May, whether there's going to be some big opening up the club or whether he's just going to open quietly and hope nobody turns up. I don't know. But the 17th is a Monday, so it's probably quite an easy day to log in. But there could be a queue of people outside for all those who haven't been drinking. How are we doing on those scores? There we go. The scores on the doors.
Joint second and joint fifth.
Whoa, a couple of joints. Second and third, sirloins. Right. Okay. In last place tonight, we have Jill with 30 points. Well, Jill, Mick 31.5. In 8th place, had Andy with 39. In 7th place, with 41.5, we had Bernie. In joint 5th place with 42.5, we had Steve, and we had Linda. In 4th place with 43 points, we had Dave. In joint 2nd place with 43.5, we had Scott and Chris. And well done, Jules, 47 points. Thank you very much for all taking part. I'll see you all next week. Well, you'll see me. I won't see you, but we'll have a chat as usual. So have a good week, and I will see you all next week. Take care, everybody. And it's good night from me. And it's good night from Anne. Have a great week. Cheers, everybody. Yeah. See everybody soon. Cheers, Anne. Bye.